I'd like to welcome all families to the 2021-2022 school year. I'd like to take just a few moments to talk about points of pride for Shields Elementary. Number one being that all of our staff members are highly qualified in their positions. As a Title I building, we have a number of early elementary interventionists. We have great supports from parents and community members. We not only have art, phys ed, music, and STEM, we also have reinstated Spanish this year, which we're excited about. We also have a commitment to the Leader in Me philosophy and teaching and promotion of the 7 habits. We're one-to-one with our iPads, and we have lots of opportunities for students before and after school that we're excited about. Letters to families who are missing a set number of days, just to encourage them to make sure they're doing all they can to make sure students are at school every day and on time to do the best that they can do. Now, naturally, there are exceptions as we want to really make sure that we're not sending students that are sick. Students with fevers should be kept home, and we'll work with families through the uneasiness of some of the sicknesses that can happen this year. Families that have been here know that this is true, that there's a number of ways that we communicate with families. This year we will be communicating through Skyward emails, Skyward Family Access. We also have the Swan Valley app, and this year we are a Seesaw school, so all teachers will be having Seesaw accounts where they'll do most of their day-to-day communication, and that also serves as our LMS. You can also check our Google Calendar and look for weekly newsletters from both teachers and from myself. At Shields, we continue to promote the 7 habits of happy kids with our children, and you can see what those habits are in the current slide. We'd like to welcome a number of new staff to the building. This year, we've added Miss Richards to 2nd grade. And then 2 staff members that will be splitting time between Shields and Havens are Mr. Costilla for Spanish and Mrs. Gilbert, who will be in the office 3 out of 5 days a week. We know that mornings are always a busy time for families, and that's no different here at Shields. For families that have been with us, they know how busy the morning can be, and for those new families, you'll witness that firsthand those first few weeks during drop-off and just through our morning processes. Now, some things that have changed slightly from last year, we will be allowing students to come in the building at 8:15, not before. At that time, students will be going to their classrooms, or they can go to breakfast at that time. They go to breakfast, they grab their breakfast and go right to their classroom and have it. The first bell does go off at 8:30. That'll be our tardy bell, or just thereafter. And please, when you're dropping students off, make sure that they're using the sidewalks. Please pull up as far as possible. And there'll be some more information coming up in this video to really highlight how the morning process happens here at Shields. We're going to continue on, as I noted, with some of the procedures that we had last year. For instance, kindergarten is still going to be asked to be dropped off by the garage doors. You'll see a sign out there, and there'll be a helper out there to help guide the students to the classrooms. All other classes, young 5s, 1st grade, and 2nd grade, will go through the main doors, or if they're having breakfast, they can go through the alleyway doors along with the bus riders and any other breakfast students. Please make sure you use the crosswalks that's there to just make sure cars know where people are crossing, and so we don't have any incidents in the morning. Please note that the following videos were created when students had to wear masks in the 2020-2021 school year. At this time, they are not required to wear masks unless they are on the bus, and I just did not refilm these sequences for the open house videos, so many apologies for any confusion. The next few videos are just going to help show what you're going to be doing. In this first video, you'll stay in the first car loop, and we're dropping off a kindergartner, as you can see. You can pull up. They don't have to stop right at the crosswalk. Our students will be able to walk a little bit down the sidewalk. The student gets out on the sidewalk side. This kindergarten is a little confused about where to go, but he's pointed in the right direction by an adult, and he walks right back to that crosswalk and sidewalk next to the garage and heads to where the kindergarten doors are. Door 16 is the door that kindergartners will be entering. When they walk up or walk up with an adult, there'll be a a staff member there to collect them and send them to their classrooms. In this video, you'll see that Young Five's first grade and second grade students will enter through the main doors. So the cars or trucks that pull in will pull up as far as possible. There will be aides out there to help with the flow of traffic, so please be mindful of that and please listen to their directions. They're just out there to help keep the flow going and make sure people get off to work afterwards. You'll see the students get out of the car. Now these students are from the same family, so they're not as socially distanced as they normally would be, but they head through the main doors. Now in this video you'll see that there's sometimes more than one family member per family, and they might be in different grades. So this family is pulling up and they have a kindergartner who will be getting out, and he goes right back to the garage area where he's required. And the first grader is actually walking up through the main doors. So there'll be some area for people to park and stop to let both their kids out. And like I said, there'll be adults out there to help guide and keep them up on the sidewalks. As I noted, there'll be people outside. One will have a stop sign. Just please do your best to help listen to them as they guide traffic through our loop. For this video, we couldn't drive a bus, so we're pretending that this car is the bus. The loop by the teacher's parking lot is where the bus riders will be dropped off, and they'll also be entering in the alleyway just off the bus loop. Students who are going to breakfast will also be going through the alleyway to go to the gym and get their breakfast before going straight to class. Remember, once again, when students enter the building, they'll be going straight to class, with the exception of those breakfast kids who will get their breakfast and then go to class. For those wondering what the alleyway is I'm talking about, this gap between the building is the alleyway. Pickup at Shields is also a very busy time, and it always improves as the year goes on. So thank you for your patience early on as we get through the process. If you are parking your car to walk up to pick up a student, please make sure you do that and use the crosswalks. You will have the opportunity to walk up at the crosswalks at all three entrances to the building. We asked this year that if you are in the car loop, that you have a piece of paper or something to identify your student that you're picking up as well as their grade. So that will help us facilitate getting those little ones out to the cars as quickly as possible. There are certain areas that each grade level will be standing at. So please bear in mind that as we get going, this will go faster as people get used to where their students are expected to be, as well as teachers get used to seeing whose car belongs to which kid. As noted before, all students have a spot to stand at the end of the day while we wait for parents to pick them up. All kindergartners will be leaving out their doors and going out to the garage where they'll meet families. Please stay back from the group so we can see all the family members, and we'll just shuffle the kids off to you as quickly as we can. Young Fives classes will turn right to the north of the main entrance doors. That's where they'll be waiting. First grade will come out the main doors and turn to the left. Second graders will walk out the alleyway door and have the spot around the curve of the exit loop. Thank you for your help in making sure that we're keeping kids safe. Here you'll see where the second grade students will be walking out. We ask that you please keep this alleyway clear as the students walk out, just so teachers can make eyes and make sure kids are getting with whom they need to be riding home with. The second graders will come out those doors, and there are some dots and sections where their teacher will stand each day. Here you see the teacher car loop, and students who go to the buses will exit through door number 4 to head to the buses. we need to keep this car loop, or this car loop where the buses go, open, because we do have a bus that stops at the building after hours. Please do not park or pull in that loop at any time. Now, these students are acting as if they are first grade students who will exit the main door and will be spread out across the south side of the sidewalk from the main door. Instead of making the left like these students did out the door, young fives and kindergarten students from Miss Workman would have made a right and been waiting outside the windows of Mrs. DeLines in the music room. This is showing you the area of where you can cross the street to get to your kindergarten students. We ask that you use the crosswalk. And that pretty much sums up our pickup and drop off. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and do know that it does get easier as the year goes on. There's a number of people who weren't included in the teacher videos that I'm including here. Mrs. Boyd is our special education teacher, Mrs. Bougie is our Title I teacher and literacy coach, and Mrs. Rosebush is our behavior interventionist. I wanted to give them a second to introduce themselves as well.
Groups of students back to my classroom during WIN time to work on specific skills. And so chances are pretty good that during the school year your student will see me in their classroom or maybe even work with me. I am really excited for this school year to get started and for all of my student friends to be back here at Shields. So really looking forward to this fall, and we will see you all soon.
Hello, my name is Michelle Bougie. I'm the Title I Reading Specialist here at Shields Elementary. The Title I program is a program that supports students in the areas of reading and math. We use ongoing assessment data throughout our course of our school year to determine if a student would benefit from this program. The help that this program provides can happen either in the classroom or is pulled out in some small tutoring groups if needed. I'm looking very forward to having another great...
Hi, I'm Mrs. Rosebush, and I'm the Behavior Support Interventionist here at Shields Elementary School. I'd like to take just a few minutes to help you better understand what my role is here in the school setting. What does a Behavior Support Interventionist do? Although there are many roles I take on within the school, my primary focus is on supporting our students. In particular, helping them cope with and manage difficult feelings or behaviors they may be experiencing here in the school setting, especially when those things start to interfere with their academic, personal, or social and emotional growth. How is this done? This is done by presenting whole group lessons in the classrooms or through video lessons that I make and share with the teachers who then share them with the students. Also by meeting with students individually or in small groups, and by collaborating with and working together with parents, teachers, and or other school and agency professionals to come up with ways to best support the students and their individual needs. If at any time throughout the school year you have concerns regarding your child, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, your child's teacher, or Mr. Jennings, and we can work together to help find a way that best supports your child. Also, if there comes a time that you would like more information or resources regarding a specific topic related to your child, or you'd like community mental health resources, please let me know and I'd be happy to assist with that. My contact information is here below. It can also be found on our district website. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to a great school year.
Hi, I'm Kate Kowicki, and I'm the occupational therapist for Swan Valley Schools. In addition to individualized interventions, this year I'll also be working inside our ECSE classroom, Young 5, and kindergarten classrooms, focusing on fine motor skills, visual motor skills, executive functioning, and self-regulation. I'm looking forward to a great school year.
Hello, parents and guardians. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. I know there's going to be a lot of questions and a lot of concerns that come up throughout the year. That's the way of a younger elementary building. Hopefully we'll be able to be proactive and stay on top of things as we go along. There are a number of changes this year. As noted before, all lunches are free. However, if your child only purchases milk, there is a cost for the milk, and I believe it's 50 cents. So I will double check on that price and make sure you guys get that information. Also, we do ask that families still fill out the free and reduced lunch forms. Those forms will not cause you not to get lunch this year for free, but it also affects our funding elsewhere. So we appreciate you taking the time to fill that out. And actually, you'd be surprised what people can qualify for free and reduced lunch with their incomes that we make and the number of family members in the family. As things come up throughout the year, please don't hesitate to contact the office, contact me if you have questions. We're looking forward to a great return to school. I know that I'm always excited these first couple weeks, and it takes me a little bit to get their names, but I'll get them eventually. But we look forward to seeing you guys all on Open House, and I appreciate you taking the time, and let's have a great start of the year.